All right, my beautiful Aries, welcome to your mid-December energy reading. Thank you for being here. We're cleansing your space with a little bit of Palo Santo, and we're going to begin with your messages shortly. But please understand that this is for the collective. Only take what resonates and leave the rest out. And with that being said, I want to go ahead and get started, Aries. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Spirit of the Highest Good, for being here. Guide us through these messages. And please use your discernment, Aries, and take what resonates, okay? So for your situation, Aries, we have here the beautiful Queen of Pentacles showing up as the main overall energy. And what's blocking you here is the Fool. So this is like a very contradicting energy, right? The Queen of Pentacles is all about grounding yourself. And then you also have the Fool, which is showing this energy of taking a step into a new direction. But that's actually posing as the blockage. And we will get into why in just a moment. Past energy here, Eight of Swords. So something has kept you, let's say, stressed. Maybe you have been overthinking about a particular situation. Regardless, this has made you feel in the past like there hasn't been a way out of a situation. So that's really interesting. Near future, though, you have here this 10 of Cups. That's very positive, beautiful energy coming in for you. And the outcome, we have here the 3 of Pentacles, which shows that you're going to receive help. There's help coming in the way. This is an energy of collaboration. Okay. So basically there's help in building what it is that you are looking for. Like I said, the Fool shows that there is this energy of a new beginning, a new opportunity, wanting to take this leap, but for whatever reason, there's something stopping you. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into what is stopping Aries for taking this leap. That's way too many cards. Let's do that again. What is stopping Aries from taking this leap of faith? We have here the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like some of you guys are very conscious about your money. Like money is very important to you. I mean, it's important to all of us. But there's this energy of being very frugal with your budget, being very careful with your investments. And it's interesting because even though the Queen of Pentacles can symbolize something very grounded and making ends meet, and that is basically the situation overall for your energy, it also shows that she is very much like connected to her resources, meaning that even if it's little, she knows how to make it work, right? For whatever reason in the card, when I'm looking at it intuitively, I see a sense of worry about what she has, right? And that's really standing out to me in this reading. So maybe some of you guys are worried about what you currently have, and that's why it's difficult to make certain moves, right? So this could be that, let's say if you're getting like an offer, since we're talking about a lot of Pentacles, if you're getting an offer of some sort, like a new job or whatever, you might be worried that this offer might not supply you what you currently have. You know what I mean? Even though the Queen of Pentacles can symbolize abundance, there is this mental note that is kind of stopping you from seeing it as an opportunity. So that's really interesting. Yeah, the Devil showing up there. That actually confirms what I was just saying. And the Devil is this energy that keeps you in shackles. It keeps your mindset very close, and it doesn't want you to take new leaps. It doesn't want you to take new opportunities. When I see the Devil, I also think about the planet Saturn, and Saturn is all about regulations, rules, restriction even. And I feel like the responsibilities are keeping you in a closed mentality, and it's really open. It's really important for you to open and expand your mindset. There's ways with the 7 of Pentacles here. There is ways that you can nourish your pentacles in a different way. You have come so far and you should be proud of it, but there's more than meets the eye. There is more than meets the eye. So one thing that I see with the Queen of Pentacles here intuitively, she is laser focused on that pentacle on her lap, but she's not really looking at what's around her. Not to say that that's not her energy, because it is, but in this specific reading, I see a laser focus on something specific. And because that laser focus is so strong, you're not seeing what's around you. So that's really important. And we have here the Hierophant, which shows this high level commitment. Some of you guys are very committed, dedicated, loyal to whatever it is that you're doing. Meaning if this is a relationship that doesn't necessarily give you what you're looking for, you might not be speaking out about it. If this is a job that's not giving you what you're looking for, you might feel certain loyalties to, let's say, your manager or your coworkers that you don't necessarily are doing. You're not necessarily doing the steps to get out of the situation. The Hierophant is about following your moral compass, but it's also about structures and higher commitment, right? This is about traditions as well. So we have to look for the things that resonate with us, that make sense in our lives, right? So sometimes we outgrow our values. Sometimes we outgrow the structures that we have committed ourselves to be in. So it's very important for you to allow yourself to understand that you are growing, Aries. You're not the same person you used to be. You are growing right now. There's this energy that there is a new sense of fulfillment and accomplishment that wants to come your way, but you have to allow yourself to expand your wings, okay? There's something that you're doing right now that is no longer resonating with you. There's something that you have outgrown, okay? Let's get into this Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Why is she here? Why is she giving me such a sad vibe? Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. There is like a new desire, a new awakening, a new way of wanting to live your life, okay? In the world, yeah, there is a new chapter that wants to come to fruition. And then there's this world energy that's saying something here is over. You need to move on. You need to move forward. And, you know, we're at the end of the year. We're going to welcome the 2026, the new year. And this is like an opportunity for you to reset yourself. Even though the new year doesn't really start in December, it's still like energetically, a lot of us feel like this is where we close out 2025, right? And we move forward towards 2026. And there is this energy of having it to doing it differently, okay? Hermit, introspection, Aries. You need to sit with yourself and understand, why are you feeling these things? You need to discover within yourself the answers that you're looking for. When I see the Queen of Pentacles, I'm going to bring her closer to the camera so you can see. But this is the Queen of Pentacles, right? And she looks, and she typically, this is not her traditional meaning. I'm just picking up intuitively. There's this energy of sadness, of I'm focused on this pentacle. And the pentacle, I just got this energy, really weird energy of the pentacle even being heavy on the lap. Like now this pentacle that you cherish so much, so whatever that symbolizes for you, is now starting to become a weight. Right. And it's starting to be an anchor that's keeping you down in a situation and you don't necessarily feel fulfilled in, okay, because you are growing. And that's why this Fool is showing us the block, because you're not allowing yourself to break out of this shell, to be detached to these outcomes and situations, right? The Fool is a free spirit, right? And it doesn't have any attachment to what's around them or even the outcome of the situation. They simply just want to go on the journey, okay? I just want to get one more on the Queen of Pentacles. One more on the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Five of Swords. Interesting. So the Five of Swords is when an environment becomes kind of toxic. Not kind of. It becomes a toxic environment. It becomes this energy of, I want to win at all costs. And sometimes when we do this, when we try to make a situation work that just doesn't, it's not meant for it to work anymore. It's meant for us to outgrow it. Then it becomes this energy of, I want to win at all costs. But how high is that price? That's something that you have to ask yourself. Now, I want to go ahead and get into this 10 of Cups, because the energy that's coming into your reading is really it's extremely positive. With the 10 of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, all of these things symbolizes harmony, and it symbolizes collaboration and community, which is a beautiful thing. So for Aries, tell me about this 10 of Cups, please. Just give me one. We have here the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh, this is a big shift, Aries. Big shift that's happening. Excuse me, I'll make these cards. Big shift that's happening. That's, again, bringing you this really beautiful energy with the 10 of Cups. This is harmony, is beauty, is, enlightenment. It's just emotional fulfillment. And that's showing up in your reading. And I feel like once you start to acknowledge, okay, I'm outgrowing this situation. This situation needs to either shift with me or I got to move on. You know what I mean? And I got to free myself from this. I got to free myself from the attachments. I got to free myself from all of this weight that has been put on my shoulders throughout the time, you know? And now that I'm growing, this pentacle is too heavy in my lap and I want to lift it. I want to get rid of it so I can welcome new things. And then there shows this emotional, beautiful emotional harmony and fulfillment. And once you start making the shifts that you need to make and you're not complacent in a situation, this is going to be a beautiful burst of energy that's going to come to you pretty quickly as well with the Wheel of Fortune. With the Three of Pentacles as the outcome, can you give me a little bit on that? I just heard some of you guys might be working with new people, new job, working with new people. Okay, what else? Seven of Cups, the possibilities, which this can also symbolize confusion, but there could be that maybe you're getting multiple offers, multiple ways of moving forward, and you'll have to make a decision, okay? So we have here the Nine of Wands, which is the final push, okay? Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I mean, come on. All of this is good fortune coming your way. But the most important thing is to continue to do that final push, okay? With the Nine of Wands, that's the final push. The Nine of Wands symbolizes the wounded warrior. It symbolizes this energy of not giving up when it's hard. Okay, not being complacent when it's hard. This is about bracing yourself for whatever comes your way because you know you got the victory in the bag. Okay, that's Nine of Wands. You have the Seven of Cups, so like I said, there might be a lot of things coming your way that might cause slight confusion on how you want to move forward, or a lot of confusion. It depends on the individual, obviously. And then you have the Knight of Wands, not to be confused with the Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Wands also popping up here. This is good fortune. This is good news coming your way. This is opportunities that are going to make you excited coming your way. This is where you could use your creative passion, your drive. That is going to be the main ingredient to your success. And like I said, what a beautiful shift to go from a Queen of Pentacles, which, like I said, in many readings, she is the most beautiful energy. But in this reading specifically, it just has been weighing you down. You're going to convert from being this Queen of Pentacles of preservation, of knowing how to make ends meet, of being in the privacy of being in the background and working with the element of earth, to now going into this energy of fire, which is now more aligned with who you are because you are a fire elemental. Okay. And I just feel like this is a beautiful shift for you, Aries. Be ready to be faced with very interesting and life-changing themes that are going to come your way. But regardless, this is all about a major transformation and a big shift that's coming your way. Okay. So with that being said, I really hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, please drop me a comment down below with any thoughts that you might have. If you want to support my new channel, please go ahead, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.